Well, perhaps if we try to look at how smaller countries are faring in this, we perhaps have to come back to what cross-border activities offer by way of an opportunity. And tourism represents itself as the most critical of the economic activities today that enables cross-border activity, and it brings wealth. As we know, the greatest agent for the transfer of wealth from the rich to the poor is tourism. Because as a plane flies, it brings wealth and is converted immediately. And as a cruise ship comes into the port, a similar thing happens. And it gets into the pockets of the ordinary man, which is very important, because 80% of the values of the experiences of tourism are driven by the small and medium players, the little people. The unfortunate reality there is that only 20% of the returns from tourism go to that smaller group. And there needs to be a rebalancing of that situation. So what small countries in the world offer is the destination for these experiences. And the pent-up demand that COVID has provided is driving movement from the larger countries into these smaller destinations where the conversion can take place of the wealth movement. So small countries like Jamaica and the Maldives and other countries that are highly tourism dependent find that this is the moment when we can help to reset and rebalance that situation. The good news is that the traffic has been moving in our area. And in our case in Jamaica, we have had a recovery of some 70% of the 2019 figures, primarily because of our proximity to the richest market in the world, the United States, and the fact that cross-border activities in a lot of cases have been influenced by closures and attitude towards management of the COVID virus in different places. So we have managed to find an infection level in Jamaica that's low. We've established a resilient corridor which provides a safety bubble, so to speak, for visitors to enjoy their tourism. And as a result of that, we're getting the flow of traffic. The last point I want to make on that is that it enabled smaller countries like ours that have been able to bring that level of management of COVID to the attention of the larger countries to get a higher ADR. So we're seeing a higher spend on the part of the visitor now than we ever had before. And so for small countries, this is the opportunity. We have to do it better, and we have to manage ourselves in a stronger and more desirable way. And in this way, we can recover faster, and we can even thrive.
Minister, we were talking earlier, opportunity, since we're fighting this globally, we're fighting this as one human race, that this is the real opportunity for us to capture that energy and that collaboration. Can you talk briefly about that?
Indeed. In fact, what this pandemic has done is really to show that no one in the world has the protean answer, that we're managing by iterations, trial and error. We're using ideas, and we are putting together a mix of ideas to create the best fit and what works. And so best practices are now being realized from many places, including small countries and places which previously would never be considered for any consideration. And so what is emerging is a new form of coordinating resources. Previously, we liked to compete, and we were always fighting each other about ideas and actions and what we're doing. Today, we are learning that to compete is the way forward, because we need to share more, to collaborate more, to recognize the values of each other, to combine those so that we can have a formula which makes all of us grow and be better. So that's the lesson from COVID. is that the world is not about competition anymore. It is about co-petition. It's about how we can collaborate together and solve our problems.
Minister Kinniwinter.